wanted to show you my new mask that just came in. What do you think? I like it. So today is Tuesday and I'm back up here. So we got some good morning, friends. Okay, so here's a little secret. I actually filmed this intro this morning at school. It is Tuesday afternoon, and when I came home and I went to go start editing the video, guess what? I filmed it in slow motion. So you are listening to future Michelle talk to you right now. So sorry about that, but you know, stuff happens. Today was a pretty successful day in the classroom. I got lots of stuff knocked off my list, so stay tuned. Here we go. Let me fix you. That's better. Okay, so last night it was announced on, we got an email I think about it first, but that teachers would start originally on our original start date, and that we would start August 10th like we had planned originally, and then they moved our dates down to the end of August, and then now they've moved them back, but we're going to start everybody online. So all children will now be doing online learning for the first 2 weeks of school, and then we will go face-to-face, or the ones that wanted to continue online learning will continue. So whereas we originally had one more week before officially we started with our pre-planning meetings, now we're starting Friday. So I'm kind of sad. I had planned on getting lots of stuff done this week and then having next week to enjoy the last little bit of summer with my kiddos. But now we're starting pre-planning on Friday. So, and I know there's a lot of parents that had gone through making childcare arrangements. I know I wrestled with the choices for my own children. And now it just seems like, oh, no, just forget that. Now everything's different. So it's definitely very frustrating, but exciting at the same time to know that at least this way there's a plan, because for so long we've been in limbo and now we have a plan. So I have yesterday up here, today up here. I think I'm going to come up here Thursday instead of tomorrow. I think I'm going to take either tomorrow or Thursday, I don't know yet, to have a beach day with my kiddos, and just to kind of spend the day, because we start back officially Friday, and I want to have, one last day, just us, enjoying some family time together before it gets crazy again. I know there's a lot of parents that have probably struggled like me. I don't mean to get emotional, but I never thought I would be a teacher that had to take the precautionary measures like we've had to take, and then to have to make that decision for my own children. It's definitely very hard. So to know that school's starting and that we're moving forward, I just pray that we get some relief from this coronavirus. I pray that some of these trials for these vaccines works out. I pray that our children aren't affected, and I pray for our teachers and our staff at our schools. So, I always wanted my vlogs to be happy and fun and to show all of the wonderful sides of education and being in the classroom and the exciting things, but I just had to take a moment to kind of get real, because it's kind of scary what the next couple months is going to hold for our families and for my own family, and I don't know what's the right choice. So there we are. I know that there are successful openings of schools in different parts of the world, so I pray that as the United States starts to open their schools, that will be the case. But part of me is just kind of scared. So, alright, I'm going to be done. I'm not going to think about it anymore, because I already stress myself out over it. And I know you guys completely understand where I'm coming from, but I didn't want to move on with my day without visiting with you about the new changes. Although it's good that we're starting school like normal, it's good that we are getting, back to things, and it's good that we're starting school virtually instead of just saying, here's school, and opening everything up. And then I think that the plan is to look at the numbers around when we would open face-to-face, and if the numbers are still extremely high in our area. The whole state of Florida is extremely high, but it's kind of centered to, a couple different counties. So in our area, if it's still really high, then I'm hoping that they will just say, let's continue virtually until our numbers get to this, just as a precautionary measure. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So a couple things happened on the way in this morning. I broke my lanyard. I have a little lanyard that has a shark on it, and I broke it. So I'm sad. I'm going to have to order a new one of those. I bought some things. Let me take you with me. I bought some things. Yesterday, because I tend to buy stuff every day for my classroom. So I went to the Dollar Tree, and I will try to insert some pictures right now of some things that I bought along with this video, but I got more dice because I know my students are going to have to use their own dice, and that was just easy for me. I couldn't find the little erasers that I wanted, so I'm going to try these. These are just sponges. I'm going to try them on the whiteboard today and see if they work, and if they do, I'll go back and get another pack. Dollar Tree has some little round circle erasers, kind of look like that, and they have like a rough side on one, and then it's like a microfiber on the other, and I haven't been able to find those in months, so I needed new erasers. I threw all my old erasers away, and those are small. I think I can even cut them in half if they work, so we'll see. So more dice, and then I found these, and y'all, these look really cool. So I took their little note card thing for their sight words away from them, and I thought, well, looky here, if I can give them one of these, it's got 50 pages in it, so front and back would be 100, and I can have them write their sight words as we're learning them in here, and then it's like a little flip book, and they can just flip through and practice their sight words, and when they fill this up, I'll just go get another set. They can take it home, and I'll just go get another one. And they're thin, and they're small, and I think that they will work really well. So I picked up some of those for sight words. And our Dollar Tree has pocket charts that are like a really good size for putting vocabulary on the board. I like to hang these on my board underneath my focus wall and have like our focus vocabulary on it, focus sight words, that sort of thing. So I just picked up a couple more of those. Not that I needed more pocket charts, because I really don't. I have a million of them, but they're at the Dollar Tree, so. Alright, more of those. And then this is my desk calendar. I just use this little bitty one on my desk, so as like I'm seeing information, I'll just write it down on this little calendar. I've used these for years and years now, and I love them. So that was that. Brought my printer today. I'm sorry, I'm all sniffling now that I got emotional. I got a new rug for over at my sink area, so that's gonna go over there. It's a shark rug. I went ahead and picked up one shower curtain, and then I picked up the mattress pad because I'm gonna redo my crate seats, and my husband's going to go and pick up 2 more boards, and I'm going to go get fabric one day this week to do 2 more crate seats, so that way I have 4 crate seats to sit at a table grouping. And I picked this up to try it, so I'm going to do that today, and I'll show you when I'm doing that. I'm going to take one of those apart. I just cleaned middle of last year. I just cleaned those, but I haven't cleaned them since, so they're, they need to be taken off anyway, and the fabric and the mattress pad needs to be redone. So I'm going to work on that today, hopefully. So that's that bag, and then I found some cute little pencil holders at Target. Look at this one. It's actually for a bathroom, but I couldn't resist it. It's funny because my husband and I went to Target last night because our baseball games got canceled. And we were walking past the bathroom section to get the shower curtain, and he saw this and he said, "Oh my gosh, you have to have that." And so he put it in the cart. And I thought, that was so sweet. He knows me so well. So I'm going to use that one to hold pencils. And look at this one, y'all. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to use that one to hold pencils. So I'm going to put those on my desk to make me happy, make me smile. I have a little obsession with pencil holders. I'll show you those in a minute. So yeah, that's where we're at. All of those can go in the trash. And there we go. I didn't go to Lakeshore like I thought I was going to yesterday. Because like I said, it's about 45 minutes, 50 minutes away from me. So it takes a little bit to get down there. So I just went to Target and Dollar Tree. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to set you guys down for a minute, change out the battery in my camera because it's flashing at me, and I will show you my new toy. Okay, you guys, so I'm so excited about this. I have wanted one of these for several years. Now, let me just show you first. So, sorry, I'm having to get it out of my bag. I've had an iPad before. So I got a new iPad. I have to be careful with it because my case hasn't come in the mail yet. My husband was so sweet. He got me an iPad and a custom case for our anniversary because I've been sort of whining about wanting one. I had an iPad a couple years ago. I was so excited. I had it. And then I didn't use it like I thought I would at the time because it wasn't doing the new things that all the iPads could do. So I let my son start using it to play with, and then he kind of took over it. So it's now his iPad. And so since then I have been wanting another iPad, but I've wanted like the new iPad version so that I could use an Apple Pencil. And he got me this whole setup for our anniversary. And I am so excited because I've been playing around with it and I'm in love. I'm loving it as much as I thought I would back when I originally wanted it. So I thought I would show you. I'm going to play around with it today and show you what it can do and show you all the wonderful things that I use it for. And I'm still playing around. I have an Apple Pencil, and then he also bought me the Logitech pencil because it's flat and he wasn't sure which grip I was going to want. And I actually think I like the Logitech more, but I wanted to play around with the Apple Pencil today and see if there's much of a difference between the two. I love my Apple products. I mean, I love Apple, but I also, if the Logitech pencil works just as well and I feel like the grip of it, I'd rather use that one. So I'm going to play around with the Apple Pencil today and see if I like it. I'm going to show you the program that I'm going to use because I'm going to try digital planning this year. Now, I have always bought, for years and years and years, I've bought an Erin Condren planner because I really like writing out my plans. Even though I've used Planbook for years, or like I'll type stuff out on our grade level plans, I still like writing stuff physically first. There's just something about getting it dumped out of my brain and physically writing it with my hand. And so I bought an Erin Condren planner every year. In fact, I did a video comparing the Happy Planner to the Erin Condren planner several years back, and I'll try to link that video in the cards. But I just, every time I would buy one, it was like, oh my gosh, here goes $60 more for a planner every single year. And although the planner is amazing and wonderful, and I couldn't say enough things about that planner, I just wanted something a little bit more economical, and I compared that to the Happy Planner, and I still don't like the Happy Planner, and I only don't like the Happy Planner because of the discs. I love everything else about the Happy Planner, but there's something about the grinding of the paper against the edge of the disc. It's like nails down a chalkboard for me, so I can't get with the Happy Planner on that way. Now, my daughter has the Happy Planner for the student, and she loves it. That's her planner for school. So, a couple years back I found, and I thought it was the Happy Planner but just a spiral version. I'll show you that one. But I found it at Michael's, and I was so excited. But it's not the Happy Planner. It's another brand. I'll see if I can find the name of the brand. But this is the one I bought last year. And if you didn't tell me that this wasn't an Erin Condren, I would not know. The only difference that I have found in this planner versus the Erin Condren is some of the layout. And the thing I didn't like about this planner is, you know, you have your months. You have all your months, and then way back in the back you have a section for lesson plans, and I liked the lesson plans being behind the month. I just liked that setup better. But I loved this planner. This is my planner from last year, and I loved it. And even if I didn't write down everything, it was still the process of getting the thoughts and the ideas dumped out of my head and into a notebook that I liked. And that's the thing I don't know if I'm going to like that part of digital planning. I know I will still be writing, and I'll show you what that looks like. I'm still going to be writing in my digital planner, but I don't know if it'll have the same feel since it's still electronic. And I don't know. It's just something weird about it. It's like I have to write myself 1,000,001 lists over things that I need to do, things that I need to buy. You know, I have lists everywhere and notepads everywhere. And if I find something else that I've already done, like, for example, if I have my list and I already did something and it wasn't on my list, I have to physically put it on my list and then cross it out. I can't just have that thing done. It has to be on a list. So, I don't know. My brain's just crazy. So, getting back to my planners. I bought that planner from Michael's last year. It was I think it was $39 still, or $29. And then they had the 50% off sale, and then I had my teacher discount on top of it, so I think it was like $17 total by the time it was all said and done. So I went on a hunt this year looking for the exact same planner because, again, I didn't know I was getting an iPad, and I got this one. This is actually my custom cover. I had this custom made, the shark on the front. The cover on this one actually looks like this. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this one is the Recollections Spiral Planner. Because I haven't even taken the tags off of it yet. So I went and found this one. And these this year, so that's a Recollections too, because the Happy Planners are all disc. The change this year is that behind the months, guess what there is? Lesson plan pages. And if you're saying, well, the Erin Condren planner comes with all those stickers and all those wonderful things inside and the layout, this one does too. I think the stickers are in the front. So here's the stickers in this one. There's 4 pages of stickers. So you have class duty, computer lab, assembly, field trips, staff meetings, personal days, parties, no school, early release, holidays, reminders on this page. And then on this page you have fun stickers, meetings, due dates, and then like little dots. More fun stickers, bullet stickers, you know, fun longer stickers. And then this page is cute, the emoji stickers. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but and then you have a pocket in the front for, like, if you have important papers or stuff that come up that you need to keep in your planner, you have that pocket. And then I moved, or I think actually this one came with it, because I think my other one's in here. Yeah. So it comes with the little pencil pouch in the front. And then one year I moved my Erin Condren ruler, and because it's the same spiral bound. So my plan is, because I have my custom cover, my plan is just to take off one of these covers, probably this one, and just to cut it out. And then I'll have the back, it'll just be plain. Or I can just flip that over and have it a plain back. So I don't know if I'm still going to keep this one because I have my digital planner. But we're going to play around with it. I didn't want to take it back just yet. Like I said, it was only $17, so it might be something good to have. But I do want to be more digital this year. So I'm going to fix you so that you can look down, and I'm going to show you the digital planner, and I'll explain who I bought it from and everything. And I'm not going to show you all of the pieces of it because I'm going to do a plan with me video, but I did want to kind of show you my new toy and show, so you can kind of see what I've been up to as far as planning and kind of getting my head wrapped around things, because now we start in 2 weeks. So I got to get some planning done. So let me get my other camera and I'll get you set up so you can see the iPad. Okay, so here is my screen. I downloaded GoodNotes because it seemed like one of the best programs as far as notebooks and note-taking and all that. This is the cover of one of my notebooks, and then I have another notebook that looks like that. So that's the cover of that one. And I think you could write like a label on the front of your notebooks. I just hadn't done that yet. So this is like my to-do list and things that need to get done, and notes that I've taken in meetings and trainings. So I have like all of these meetings and stuff, and to add, you just, you can press the add button, and then you've got templates. You got lots of different templates, which I love. And there's so many in here. Oops. There's so many. But I just liked the regular notebook paper right now because that's what I would be using if I was writing in a notebook. I did want to show you the teacher planner that I bought. Now I bought this from the Lettered Classroom. So this is the digital planner that she's put out this year, and you can go and watch her video about her digital planners. That way she can, I'll try to link the video down below, but she can kind of explain how these work. There's a thing I loved about that was the custom pages. I love the fact, because I can't say enough good things about this planner. I love the fact that when I tapped on the calendar, if I tapped on the month, it would take me directly to that month. So anytime I needed to, rather than popping around the calendar, I liked the fact that you've got tabs up here. So if you need to jump to a month, these are the months in the year we're currently in, and these are the next year months. And I liked the fact that the planning pages were behind each month as such. I moved one of her to-do lists back behind the month, which you can do. She shows you in her video how to do that. It's super easy. But here's what I like about the planner. So let's say I want to write now that school starts officially on the 10th. So school officially starts on the 10th, right? So I want to write in that school officially starts on the 10th. I'm going to go to my pen. I'm going to choose a pretty color. So let's go, maybe, let's do like purple, because I never choose purple. There we go. Again, I want to play around with this pen. The Logitech pen taps better. It like connects better, but we'll see. Okay, so that's the pen color. Let's add to presets so it's there. And then I like that width right there, 0.7. That's about what a normal pen would be. So I want, and see, you can tap on this and make it magnified to a certain part of the screen. And so you can write in this box, or you can not use that at all and you can zoom in. And I love that. So let's say I just want to write and you can create fun stickers and stuff, but ain't nobody got time for that. So there we go. School begins, and it's on the calendar. If I'm taking notes in a staff meeting, so let's say that I'm at a staff meeting and I need both my planner and my notebook. I don't have to take my planner and my notebook, or my planner and extra paper to write things. It's right here, and it's easy to get to. So I can do that, or I'm just going to do an example page for example. Let me just do black so you can see black. Like if I wanted to make a to-do list today, book labels, I can write it right there, or I can zoom in and then I can write it down here. I don't typically like this because I don't like my wrist to be on the table. It just doesn't balance well to me, but I'll show you what it looks like. Number labels.
and then cubby labels. So if I'm just writing what I want to get done, there you go. And then erasing is super easy. You can do that. It kind of works like a smart board, you know, the same kind of technology where you've got the choices of what to do. But here's one thing I really liked. So let's say I wrote something up here, and then I realized, oops, I needed to move that down here to the bottom. So then I like this feature. You lasso it, and then you can move that whole section, which for me is really convenient because I tend to, when I'm writing, I tend to make a to-do list and then not realize that I needed to add something else to the top before I got down to the bottom. So I need to move stuff around, and that helps me. That feature helps me. So yeah, that's my new toy. I'm excited about it. There's a thin version of the pen, and then you can obviously change the thickness to whatever you want. So I like it. I like it a lot. That's that. But like I said, I love this planner. I would highly, highly, highly recommend a planner. If you have any of the iPads that could connect to an Apple Pencil and you're a teacher and you want to get a little bit more organized, I would definitely recommend doing the digital, going down the digital path of this and going ahead. It's GoodNotes was like $7. I still think I might like the other pen more than the Apple Pencil. Again, I'm going to play around with it, but I don't think I have the other pen with me today. But it is fantastic. And I just think it's going to make things way more organized for myself, which I'm definitely going to need this year. I'm definitely going to need it to be as organized as possible with everything that's going on. I could be wrong. I still may go back to my notebooks and my paper pencil because I'm so old school, but we'll see. This is the hope. This is the hope. So yeah, let's go get started on some things. Let me show you what I'm going to be doing today.
Okay, so I thought I'd show you what I was doing. I have gone to Jessica Meacham's website. I've started downloading the book labels that I already use. I would just make new ones, except these are fantastic, number one. And number two, I've already got all of my books with these exact stickers on them. So rather than having to put new stickers on my books that my students might not be able to match up, I just decided to go back to these. So I found this label format, and I think that's going to fit. I'm going to do a test print real quick so that you can see. I was trying to record my screen while I was doing it, but it's not working. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi that we're on or what, or if maybe I didn't download something correctly, but so we're just going to print this and we'll see if those fit. I think that's the right dimensions for the little tags, so there goes. So let's go see if it fits. Okay, so I'm a dope. That is way too big for that. So I was like, well, gosh, this is going to take me forever to figure out. Duh, Michelle, you can measure that. So I don't know why I didn't think to measure it, but if I do, it's 3 inches by 2, like I think originally, but I'm going to do like 2.5 by like maybe 1 3/4 or 1.5 if I can find that dimension. I'm sure I could just cut this down, but then it won't look right. So I'm just going to do it over. So let's go do that. I think I can just use the grid lines and it'll come out. Although I am using a format here, so let's see if I can figure this out. I would show you guys while I'm working on this, but it's kind of boring. So I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, I think it works. There's my Clifford box. Yep, and there's the Berenstain Bears. And the thing I love about these little plastic things is it saves me from having to laminate and cut out and trim to size. So, yay! I'm going to go do the rest of them. Okay, so these are all of my National Geographic kids books that I got a long time ago that I have meant to put labels on every single year, and I haven't. So now I have the labels, and I just like to put them on the front, on the bottom. My kids always know where to look. And that's done. And then the book's labeled. And I'll do the rest of these, and then I'm going to cut up my labels for the front, and I'm going to get this stuff organized. Okay, I'm all done. Let me back up a little bit. Oh, we are labeled. And like I said, there's already labels on the books. The way I've always had them. They've always had labels on them. This is back in black and white printer days when nobody could afford a color printer. So my labels are mostly in black and white, but that's okay. Maybe I can get around to updating and the labels on the books, but we're good, and I love it. And it is so much easier to just print them and slide them in the little pocket. I'm so glad I found these. I'm probably going to go back to Walmart. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 more up there, but I love the idea of getting more of my books out, so I may go back to Walmart and buy another 10 of those because those are fantastic. I'm so happy with those. So what I do with these are the old labels. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to them. And then one thing I love about doing it this way is you print off an entire sheet of that grouping, and as you find one or buy one, I just keep all of these in a label folder in my drawers. Let's see if I can slide those in there. And then, like, if I go and I buy a new Froggy book, I already have a sheet of Froggy stickers. Or more Disney books, or as I stumble upon, like I have a Thanksgiving bin. That's the one great thing I loved about that. So that's done, and I was going to show you on my iPad, I had crossed out lots of different things. So I remembered, I made this list yesterday, and I remembered to bring my teacher planner to show you, to bring my Alexa. All of this stuff got crossed out. Alexa heard me, now she's glowing. Target return, and I just crossed out book bin labels. So now if I look at my list, I'm going to work on printing out the new numbers for the cubbies. And I will try to show you what that looks like. I think I can pull that up pretty quickly on my computer. I'm going to collapse some of this stuff because I don't need it. I can always go back to it. I just don't need 15 tabs open. Y'all have so many tabs open. It's just so funny. Okay, so I think it's in my... While I'm doing this, I will let you know that the school box cards that I was telling you about that I glue down onto their school boxes is in my TPT store. I've kind of redid them so that I could sell them on TPT. So they're there if you're wanting those. I wish I had brought one, but I'll try to insert a picture right now of it. Where did I put those? I think it's back to school organization right there. So I have bought this great kit, and I will try to, let's see if it'll pop up. I think the person who did it, I can't even remember. Susan Morrow. You can see that. Nope, that's blurry. Anyway, this is her I'll try to link it. This is her labels. It's Ocean Classroom Decor, and I use so many of these. And look, there's a shark. And so this is what I put their name on. I put their name on those, and that's what goes on their book boxes. So I will wait on those, but I like to use those for their numbers, and these fit, the sizing fit perfectly in those square pockets. So I'm going to print those and start getting those organized. So I printed off these numbers and I made them smaller so that they could go on those green and yellow bins that are across my room. I just needed them smaller, and I wanted the circle ones. And I'm not going to use these for that because those are really big. So I'm going to laminate these. I'm waiting on my laminator to warm up now. I'm going to laminate those, and then I think I'm just going to hot glue those down on those bins over there. So I'm going to get my hot glue gun warmed up. While I'm waiting for all of those things to warm up, I think I'm going to work on my big books because that's the next thing. I had to charge my pen. It stopped working. That's the next thing on my list that I wanted to get done. Was to go through my big books, and I also need to go through my little file tray up here and clean that out. But I feel like I'm making progress. Oh my gosh, y'all, I just looked at this, and in the camera it's really blurry and you can hardly, I don't know if it's because it's catching the glare of the iPad, but it looked like it said stripper. It says stapler. It cracked me up for a second. So I am going to go plug my glue gun in. I'm going to plug it in over here because I'm going to be gluing over here. Okay, so that started. I have like an ultra hot glue gun. My husband picked it up for me one year, and it is like all glue guns burn. Sorry, all glue guns burn when they are warming up or when they touch you. But man, that one is, it's probably the hottest I've ever had. So there's my collection of big books. I have a lot of big books that are torn, ripped. If I can repair them, I'm going to go ahead and get in there and tape them. I have a lot of big books that I just don't use because I don't know why. I'm a big pusher of shared reading. I love shared reading, but I haven't done proper shared reading since I moved to Florida. It's just our expectations, I think, are a little bit different in what we do, and so I think I might try to incorporate that a little bit more this year if I can. So I'm going to put you down and go through the big books. Okay, so here's the mess I made cleaning that thing out. Those are my Word Family posters, and I just realized that a huge group of them were hanging in the other room, and our custodians went to clean, and they just took everything off the walls, took everything down, and threw it all away. So I'm going to have to order those again. Those are books that I think I'm going to donate. I may see if our pre-K teacher wants those because a lot of them are appropriate for that grade. And then I've got piles of stuff that I had in the back of that book. A bunch of posters that I don't think I'm going to keep. I may be able to slide them behind that shelf just because they don't take up any room. And you never know if you're going to use them. Like, I know I'll use the Blends posters. Those are always great to have. But the other ones are just, there's so much now that I can show online, or like we create lots of charts and stuff together. So I don't think I need those. I'm going to get rid of them because I haven't used them in years. So, and then I have a pile of big books. And I have another pile of big books. And so I need to go through that pile and downsize it a little bit. And yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm going to do that. Oh, I found 100 charts, and I'll have to go buy one because I was looking for, I thought I had another one that I had purchased. And then I also found a calendar page. So I do not have to go to Lakeshore because I remember buying that one last year at Lakeshore. So I didn't end up using it. Our laminator in our school has not been working, so I'm not going to mess with laminating it. I'm just going to put magnets on the back and put it up because I can't wait on that laminator. So that's where we're at. That's my big mess. Isn't that great? Nice big mess. And it is raining like crazy outside. don't know if y'all can hear it. It's thundering, it's lightning. We're getting like stuff from the tropics right now. It's raining like crazy. So I was going to go to the library, but I don't think I'm going to right now. I do need to put this stuff away. I need to put all that away. I emptied this box. This box had ink that I had ordered for my copy. Usually I can get about 1,000 copies off of one cartridge. One cartridge is about $15 to $20, somewhere around there. I can get 1,000 copies out of that, and I don't think I'm going to be using as many copies this year, so that'll be good. Because our students are already prepared to be digital. So, and what we're not doing digitally, they'll do in their composition notebooks. So, oh, this is, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. This is the cubbies. That's the way it looks like from far away. Now I know they're not all the same spot, and I could have put them all the way up at the top, but then you don't get to see them as well. So you have to leave a gap, and you also have to leave a gap because you have to be able to pull the number out. So like if something happens and I have to pull one of those numbers out, I need to be able to pull it out. So if I put it all the way up at the top, I wouldn't be able to pull it out. And why don't you turn them upside down? Just slide them in from the bottom, you say? Well, because those, I don't know if you know about these little things, they're so slick that those numbers eventually they fall out at the bottom, and before I know it, I'll have number 11 on the floor, or for example. So they have to face up so that the numbers don't fall out. And I had to leave a gap, so I know they're not all straight. 6-year-olds don't care. So I'm good. Alright, so I'm going to laminate my little pile right here. I'm going to go ahead and laminate that. And I'm going to go ahead and get those glued on while I wait for the rain to stop. I will. Okay. Got that done. I feel like I'm getting things done today, y'all. Even though it's not that much, it's just little things off my list. It looks so much better. I think those are going to work. We're going to try at least. I stopped at 14. I'll probably go ahead and do the rest of them, but that's where I stopped. So I don't know if I told you about these little sliding like pencil cases that I've collected over the years. So one year my students used those for their sight words. And then I used to use them for penny boxes a long time ago, so that would be the reward system in my classroom long before Dojo existed. So my kids would, sorry, I'm trying to get letters. My kids would earn pennies for things in the classroom. I would pass out, instead of giving Dojo points, like I would pass out pennies. And so they kept them in these. These were their penny boxes, and at the end of the week, they would use their money. They would either trade it out for a dime, trade them out for nickels, or they could spend them in our class store. I had 3 different bins that were different amounts, so like single stickers and like Jolly Ranchers, things like that were in the penny box, and then I had small toys and pencils in the 5-cent box, and then 10-cent box it was like little trinkets and toys and stuff, like treasure toys. And so they would have to figure out if they had enough. And I can tell you this, my kids were much better at understanding money when I used to do it that way. And then Dojo came along. And I love Dojo, so I can't imagine doing pennies this year with COVID and all that. But so I have those boxes. And I was thinking, so yesterday I went to Dollar Tree and tried to find little bins to put their letters in. Remember I told you I wanted to divide up these letters and put them in a bin with their name on it and have them keep them in their bin, and then we could take them out for any kind of making words activities, word building stuff. I'm wondering if they're going to fit in here. I'm going to test it out real quick. So 1V, W, a Y, this is Z. Z, maybe I'll put 2 Y's in there just in case. I'm going to put a couple U's, a couple T's. I'm going to put quite a few S's. I might put some more T's in there. I think this will work. A couple M's, N's, quite a few O's. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I'm trying to do it. Do a couple P's, 1 Q, several R's. I'm not really counting. I probably should, but I'm just trying to see if I can get them in there first. A couple G's, a couple H's, lots of I's, a couple J's, a couple K's, a couple L's. My kids always confuse the L's in these. E's, F, D, C. I think these might work. I might already have something that I can use. And then quite a few A's. Problem with this is, see if I can do this with one hand. They'd have to slide open their whole thing and dig around in their letters. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, because I want them to still be able to use the letters. Right now, they're all sorted and neat. But I can see when we're setting up this being a problem, them going, I don't have a such and such. And I probably need to get a few more of these because this one's cracked on this side. And it's falling out down here. See that? These might not be the greatest. I'm trying to act like a first grader and see if I can get them out. Oh, there they come. Yep, okay, so this one, maybe it's just this one, is busted on the bottom. So that might not work. I may still try to pick up some boxes, but that was the plan for those. So that may have to wait till tomorrow. I may have to try to go down to Walmart tonight. So I was going to get the boxes that I used, the same boxes that I used, ow, my head's hurting, as glue boxes. I was going to just get those again, but if you guys know 6-year-olds, then I'll be having to explain which box is which and repeat myself 100 times. So I try not to have to repeat myself if I can make things different and easy to recognize. Now I could have these, and I saw these at Dollar Tree yesterday. I have those, but they have decks of cards in them. But I could go get some more of those boxes, switch them out, and use these. Let's see if these work. I don't know if I have a full class set. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have 12, so I would only need to get a couple. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. My camera is probably the heaviest camera on the planet. I was telling my husband it's time for a new camera. We've had this camera for 15 years. Yep, there's a letter stuck right there. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what you think. Let me spin you around. So there they are now. They work. Create a little label for the top. I think I might use those. Come on. Come on. There he goes. Oh. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to bring my white chair up here yet because I don't know if I can even use it. I'm still working on the stem bins at home. I need to bring my food organization. There's my stapler. Oh, real quick, I can go through this file tray. But you guys don't need to see that, so that's not a big deal. And then, I have a math training that I need to do. So, yeah, I think I've made it pretty far on my list today. I'm going to jot down some more ideas of things to do. I'm going to empty that tray right there. And I think that's it. And then I'm going to head out of here today. So it's almost 3 o'clock, so I need to get home and print off some stuff and do some training, and so yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna write some things on my list for tomorrow. I'm gonna clean out this file tray so I can mark that off, and I will give you one more look and talk to you right before I leave. Okay, so I cleaned that out for the most part. Almost all of my little drawers are empty. I told you before I keep my lamination there just for right now because I use it so much, so that's there. And I don't really know what to do with that thing, so I don't want to take it out and then lose it and have to reprint it. So all of this stuff is going to go get put away. March games that I needed to laminate I never got around to. Parent-teacher conference forms. And then the only other thing that was in there was my data binder stuff that I use with my students. So I'll have to go through that and see what I'm going to use this year for their data notebooks. So I'm going to go put this stuff away. File it. This was all in my to file section. The conference notes, I had them ready because we do our conferences in March, and then they just kept getting postponed. So I'm just going to file them away right there. Sorry, I have that camera too low. And then those are something else that we pass out during conferences. And I'll just wait. These go up top. These are rubrics. So they're going to go in the writing rubric. This is cups. Just a bunch of copies of cups if you have ever used cups to check student work. Okay, apparently I can't do that with one hand. So, and then the only other thing that was in there was extra Rainbow Write pages, which we probably won't use, but I'm going to put them in the center. So I don't think I showed you guys how I cleaned this out. I know I showed it to you, but I have teacher documents. Center stuff is like all the way up. I just didn't want to make new labels. And then a sentence of the day paper, my Rise and Shine binder stuff, blank paper, and then that's fluency phrases. These are the little number grids for the Watch, Think, Color that we do all the time, so it's extras. This is closed reading passages that I can make copies of to challenge my students. Math stuff, blends chart, reading logs, spelling, bucket fillers, writing rubrics, writing paper, spelling paper. These are just general rubrics for other things. This is spelling contracts for my group C, writing script, math screener, and those other two things I just showed you. So it's just a great way to keep it. Let's see if I can back up. Keep things that I need to be able to get my hands on. I've think about this my first year teaching, and I have used it every year. It's one of those things that has not gotten old, so it is wonderful. So I'm going to put those things in, and I will see you in just a second. Okay, so you know what ends up happening? I get to this point of the day, and I'm tired, and my brain hurts, and I'm tired. So I think I'm going to go, because I have stuff that I need to do at home, and there's not really any more printing I can be done. So I think I'm going to go. I'll show you my list of stuff that I'm going to get done tomorrow. Yep, there's my list. So I started a virtual classroom, so I'm going to finish that. I'm going to work on my PowerPoint for Meet the Teacher, because I don't know when that's going to pop up, but I feel like I can go ahead and get that updated. I'm going to finish the crate seats. I'm going to begin pulling copies for that first week of school. I'm going to print the teacher toolbox labels for that. I haven't done that yet. Finish the calendar. I'm going to do my letterbox labels and my math box labels for my students. I've got to update our curriculum stuff. I'm going to put up my sound wall and create the Jawsome Work sign for above my bulletin board. So I have quite a long list tomorrow, if I come tomorrow. So well, my plan is, we've had a lot of rain here the last couple of days because of this storm in the Gulf. So I don't know if it's going to be raining tomorrow or sunny. I'll look at the weather, but I want to do one more beach day with my kids, hopefully this week before we start on Friday. So I'm either going to do it tomorrow or Thursday, depending on the weather. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to come tomorrow. But I wanted to tell you guys that I got so many wonderful comments last night. I haven't even had a chance to read them all. But I will, because I like to comment on everybody's if I can. I don't even know how many subscribers I had today, but I wanted to remind you that when I hit that 500 mark, I'm going to pick one of my subscribers for that TPT gift card. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I don't post often as I should. I'm not with it yet, I should say. I'm not one of the fancy teachers on Instagram that posts all the pretty pictures and has everything together, and I just am not there yet. My TPT store is very limited because I've had it for a long time, but I've just started really adding things. So we'll get there. But I am so excited for you guys to be joining me on the journey of this year, and I hope that you stick around. I hope that you're enjoying the videos so far, and don't forget to check my Facebook page out. It's about like my Instagram page. I kind of post what I can when I can, but you know, I do have 3 kids, so when I leave here it's like chaos for the evening. So I will catch up with you guys either tomorrow or Thursday, and we'll just see where we go, see what we get done, and see where we're at. And I hope that you guys are getting back into your classrooms, and that you're being able to set up, and that you've got, you know, good plans, and you're staying healthy and you're staying safe. So until then, I will see you guys next time.